So here's the challenge. Do this workout to follow along. I expect it to take less than 20 minutes for anybody to get through at least 5 repetitions. And I would prefer that your first time out, you do no more than 5 repetitions of each of the exercises. Some are 4-count exercises, some are 8-count exercises. I will stipulate each one before I start, and I will give a demonstration, then I will perform the exercise. So I'm going to lead you through an entire workout based on the calisthenics routine that I have assembled from various military and 18 to 1900s calisthenics manuals based on gymnastics movements and what used to be considered military movement. This is the kind of stuff that was taught in almost every school worldwide because your primary education was geared towards military service for men and for women to supporting military service. This is not going to make you a soldier, but it will give you the physical development that has been proven throughout history to come from doing these types of exercises. And I think it can be argued pretty substantially that by doing these simple movements, you can develop a full body without equipment, which means that this workout can be done anytime, anywhere, with as few or as many people in a room as you can fit. So 1 person to 1,000 people can all do this together and get through it in 10 to 20 minutes. My personal best is 7 minutes and 30 seconds. My challenge is this: do this workout every day. Take the 10 to 15 minutes a day to do this. Test each movement. We are at the Movement Minneapolis. That's where I'm basing my this is my headquarters right now. So I want you to follow the gym movements protocol with this. Test each movement. If it doesn't test well, don't do it. If it tests well, perform at least 5 repetitions. More if you feel like it, but I think 5 is good enough for a daily set. Each week, look to add 1 repetition to each set of the exercises. I want you to take photographs at the beginning of you starting this challenge. So, day 1, hour 1, get your measurements. Measure your calves at the widest point. Measure your thighs at the widest point. Measure your hips, widest point. Your stomach at the belly button. That is your waist. Measure your chest for women, below the breasts for men, at the armpits. Just have somebody put a tape on your arms, put your arms down, measure across the chest. Actually, it doesn't matter, as long as you're measuring the same point. Shoulders, measure the shoulders, measure the neck, measure your upper arm, flex, so make a muscle, measure. Measure your lower arm, your forearm, again, flex. Get the tape around the widest point and make a muscle, so make it tight. Get all those measurements. Get photographs, front, side, and back. Make those photographs in the same spot every time. What do I mean by that? Go into a part of your house where you get the same lighting and your body position is the same, and ideally you will be wearing the same clothes in each of the photographs. You want 1 set of photographs per week. The challenge is going to run for 12 weeks. So you're going to do these exercises, adding one repetition to each set of exercises per week the end of 12 weeks, the goal is to be able to perform between 8 and 16 repetitions of each exercise in roughly the same period of time. This shouldn't take you more than 15 minutes, even if you're doing 16 reps of each exercise. You'll see how that works as we go along. So now I'm going to kick right into the workout, and if you want to worry about your diet or nutrition or anything like that, you can do that. I just want to see what this set of exercises does as far as how it changes your body composition and what kind of benefit you get from it. The prizes, let me describe the prizes before I get into it. You're going to get a t-shirt. You're going to get one of my t-shirts. It's going to say Awesomeologist on the back, and it's going to have my logo on the front, and along the bottom, it's going to have Vibrance Fitness and my website address. So you're going to be a walking billboard for me. You're also going to get a set of the kettlebell dice that I sell. The kettlebell dice have, they're black dice with red lettering, and on all 6 sides of one dice, of one die, are listed the basic kettlebell exercises. The deadlift, the squat, the swing, the press, the snatch, and the get up. The other die is again red with black with red lettering, and it has just 6 numbers on it. That is first prize. Second prize is a set of the dice. Third prize is 1 white kettlebell dice. That is a white die with black lettering, and it has the 6 basic lifts on it. You, the participants, and the viewers are going to vote on this. You're going to go on my Facebook page, and you're going to put in your vote for who got the best results from doing the work every day for 12 weeks. So I'm asking you to take the challenge, spend 12 weeks doing these exercises. You're going to spend about 10 to 15 minutes a day. Get that out of the way. Testing, making sure that your body is responding well to what you're doing that day, and paying attention to the sensations you get when you're going through things. At the end of it, everybody gets a vote. Somebody gets a t-shirt and some dice. Somebody gets a dice. Somebody gets 1 die. Everybody gets better. And I get to find out that this set of calisthenic exercises is actually something that the majority of people can benefit from. So from here, we're going to go right into the exercises. I've got my timer. I'm going to hit start, and we're going to go off on it. First exercise is basically a warm-up, and it is to see if a running motion is going to be something you want to partake in today. Your leg is going to be parallel to the floor at the top. The opposite arm is going to be at 90 degrees at the elbow, and the swing is going to go from hip to cheek. So from the top of my cheekbone to my hip, that is my arm swing, and my legs are going to be alternated. Thus, this is the A march, or it used to be called the stork walk, because they would kick the legs out really far or throw the arms up really long. Whatever it is, it's march in place. So I test my range of motion, and I start it off. It's a 4-count exercise, so every 4 counts is 1 repetition. I want 5 repetitions. Ready? Begin. 1, 2, 3. 1, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 5. Rest. Test my range of motion again. A little bit of an improvement. Next one, back heel crouch. Your heels are together, your feet are out at about a 45-degree angle. You're nice and tall. you're going to squat down on the balls of your feet, placing your palms flat on the floor with your elbows inside your knees. You're going to roll forward until your weight is almost off your toes. Then you're going to roll back onto your heels and stand back up. If you don't have access to that full range of motion, go into it as far as you comfortably can and come back up. So if you can only squat down this far, only squat down that far. Don't go past your personal limits. Work within them. It's a 4-count exercise. Ready? Begin. 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 5. Test. Right? Squatting seems to be an okay exercise for me today. Move on to the next piece. It's called the bottom. My feet are wider than shoulder width. I'm going to be conducting this in a 4-count. So from here, my knees are going to stay locked. I'm going to bend only at the waist, reaching back as far as I can, touching the middle, and then reaching forward as far as I can and standing back up. So it's 1, 2, 3, 1. Ready? Begin. 1, 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3, 2. 1, 2, 3, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 5. Retest. Hip flexion, really good for me today. Next one's a high jump. I'm going to start with my feet parallel, just under my hips. The ready position is here. At the bottom, my arms back. I'm going to squat, thighs parallel to the floor. This is the 1 count. From here to the 4-count exercise. I stand all the way up, rolling my arms up, not jumping yet. I sit back down, do a deep squat, and then I jump and land again. The count is as follows. 1, 2, 3, 1. Ready? Begin. 1, 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3, 2. 1, 2, 3, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 5. Test. Jumping's pretty good. Next one, bend and reach. Feet wider than shoulders. Parallel, nice and tall. I'm going to start with my hands over my head. The first count is to squat down as far as I can. Ideally heels to butt. Reaching back as far as I can. Stand back up, arms overhead. Count is as follows. 4-count exercise. 1, 2, 3, 1. Ready? Begin. 1, 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3, 2. 1, 2, 3, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 5. Retest. Squatting good for me today. Next one, squat thrusts. Everybody's done these. Sometime in their life, you've had to do these. It's a 4-count exercise. I start with my heels together, my toes out at about 45. I squat down on the balls of my feet, with my hands flat on the floor. I kick my legs straight back. Heels stay together, knees stay together. I bring my legs straight back up by my hands. I stand back up. That is a full repetition. Count is as follows. 1, 2, 3, 1. Ready? Begin. 1, 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3, 2. 1, 2, 3, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 5. Retest. Looks like supporting weight on my hands and squatting, kicking my legs back, all testing really well today. Next piece, rower. Rowing exercise. There are two alternates here. I'm going to show just this one. Starting with my legs flat, heels together, knees together, on the floor. Arms overhead. I'm going to sit up, bringing my knees to my chest, and touch my toes as I bring my chest and head up off the floor. The count is as follows. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that is one repetition. Ready? Begin. 1, 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3, 2. 1, 2, 3, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 5. Test. I'm pretty good to go for hip and knee flexing today. Next exercise, squat bending. Starting with your heels together and your toes out at about 45, nice and tall. First piece, a 1 count. 1, and drop down. Follow foot squat, arms in front of me. 2, I stand back up, walk my knees. 3, reach down and touch as far as I can, ideally touching the floor. 4, I come back to a standing position. So it's 1, 2, 3, 1. Ready? Begin. 1, 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3, 2. 1, 2, 3, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 5. Test. Big improvement for me there. Next piece, push-ups. Push-ups can be done with your hips flat on the floor, just moving your arms from your knees or from the toes. I'm not going to dictate where you do this. So it's a 4 count push-up. What do I mean by that? The starting position is the front knee rest. This is the idea. This would be the next position. This would be the next position. If you can't hit any of these positions without pain, do not do that. Move on to the next exercise. So if I'm in the front knee rest, the count is as follows. 1, 2, 3, 4. My hands are directly under my shoulders. My fingers are pointing straight ahead. I keep my elbows tucked in. The entire movement is a military push-up. Ready? Begin. 1, 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3, 2. 1, 2, 3, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 5. Test. My body's liking hip, knee, and shoulder action today. Next piece, side bender. Feet wider than shoulders, pointed straight ahead. So I got my feet on railroad trails. Nice and tall. My knees stay locked. I'm going to be moving above the waist only. Starting position is overhead. It's an 8 count exercise, 4 to each side. What I do is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If that is too much stress, start with your hands behind your neck. If that is too much stress, cross your arms over your chest. If that is too much stress, put your hands on your hips. It is lateral flexion at the waist. Ready? Begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 5. Lateral flexion is really good for me as well. Next one, 2 alternates here. The first alternate I'm going to show you is the turn and bounce. So arms are straight out, palms facing forward, thumbs on top, elbows stay locked. Moving only at the waist. Turn as far as I can, that is 1 count. Turn as far as I can in the opposite direction, that is 2 counts. So it follows like this. 1, 2, 3, 1. That is 1 full repetition. The other alternate. You can pick which one of these you want to do. I'm going to start lying flat on my back, my palms facing down, thumbs facing down, so I can use the floor to support myself. My legs are going to come straight up. Knees stay locked, heels and knees stay together. I'm going to be dropping my leg from one side, touching down, going to the other side, touching down, coming back to center. The count for this is as follows. 1, 2, 3, 1. You can perform either exercise. Obviously, the standing one is going to be a little bit easier. It also is something that can be done outdoors if the ground conditions are not something you want to lay down on. So if your grass is wet, soggy, and muddy, you probably don't want to be laying down. Do the standing version. But if you can do the lying down version, do it. Alternatively, if the lying down version is too hard, do the standing version. Either one, you will quickly work the same basic motion. Ready? Begin. 1, 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3, 2. 1, 2, 3, 3. 1, 2, 3, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 5. Test. It's good. Next one, squat jumpers. If you find any pain at all when doing this, do not do it. If doing it fast causes you pain, do not do it fast. Do it at a speed that is best for you, and go into a range of motion that is best for you. The exercise starts with one foot in front of the other, so I'm in a split stance. My arms behind my neck. Interlace my fingers. I don't want to pull on my neck. The first count is to drop straight down into a full squat or crouch. The second count, I jump as high as I can and switch my feet. When I land, come back down into the crouch. I jump up, switch my feet. That is one full repetition. The count is as follows. 1, 2, 3, 1. Ready? Begin. 1, 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3, 2. 1, 2, 3, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 5. Jumping's good. Trunk twister, next piece. Feet wider than shoulders, pointing straight ahead, and you're on the railroad tracks. Knees are going to stay locked. You're going to hinge at the hips, turn the torso side to side, stand back up. Fingers going to be interlaced behind the neck. Again, don't pull on your neck. Stay nice and tall through the spine. It's going to look like this. 1, 2, 3, 1. Ready? Begin. 1, 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3, 2. 1, 2, 3, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 5. Test your range of motion. Rotation is testing really well for me today. Next one is run in place. So get a timer, and for 30 seconds, knees higher than hips. Keep your fingers cheek level, cheek level. So cheek to cheek here. 90 degrees at the elbow if you can keep it. This is the ideal. If you cannot run in place, just do the arm swing portion. If it hurts your arms, but it doesn't hurt your hips, just do the hips portion. Can't do it fast, do it slow. Put a little impact in the ball of foot as you land. 30 seconds of running. It's not a count, just do 30 seconds. Last exercise, 8 count push-up. You're going to start with your heels and toes together. You're going to drop straight down. This is 1 count. 2 count, kick the legs back, heels and toes together. 3 count, down, 4, up, 5, down, 6, up, 7. Bring your feet back to your hands. 8, stand back up. So the count follows as this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. Ready? Begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 5. Text. All right. So that was 19 minutes and 22 seconds with my explanations of every exercise in between each repetition. So you should be able to do it in less time. I think overall you can at least shave 5 minutes off of what we just did. I'm going to post each of these exercises individually. I'm also going to post them as one long series, separate from this introductory clip. We'll see how long that series actually is when I edit it all down and put it together. I will do my best to have this posted tonight. So by Monday morning, you should be able to, having had your photos taken, having had your measurements taken, gotten your body weight, and ideally your body fat percentage. If you don't know how to get your body fat percentage, type it into Google. There are online calculators if you don't have an Omron or calipers to measure it more accurately. The calculators, they're fairly accurate. They're not bad. Whatever it is, you'll be able to measure some kind of change if a change takes place. If you want more than this, go to my website. On the right-hand side of the main homepage, there is a link to download a manual that contains all of these exercises, including some older YouTube clips that I shot of each of the exercises being performed, and a brief explanation of what the gym movements protocol is, how to use it, and how to implement some changes in your meal planning and nutrition that will accelerate whatever kind of body composition changes you're trying to get. So if you're trying to lose fat, it's going to help you out. If you're trying to gain muscle, it's going to help you out. No matter what your goals are, I think that I have, in my community of coaches, I think we have a really, really good model that helps the majority of the people the majority of the time. For the isolated cases that the broadest spectrum of interventions doesn't help, we have tools for that too. If you're interested more in finding out about me and what I do personally, go to my website and check it out. You can find the link on the YouTube page here. I hope you'll accept this challenge, and I hope that you'll follow through on it and actually take action. Because action is a supplement, and it is a supplement that is guaranteed to work every time you use it. 100% of the time. If you take action daily, you will get results. What the results are is entirely dependent on the type of action you take. So, if nothing else, do something. And then if you don't like the results, change what you've done. Change the conditions until you like the results. It's all feedback. There's no such thing as failure. Have a good day. Hopefully you'll take the challenge. Look forward to seeing your results, and hopefully presenting somebody with a t-shirt and some dice, and a couple of people with some dice, and the rest of the people with a good working model for, if nothing else, staying relatively healthy and fit and in good mobile condition. Cheers.